Hey, everybody. Thanks for stopping by. I'm here in Pittsburgh with my friend. Robin's not in Pittsburgh. Where
I'm
are
in New
you?
York, New York City.
New
Just
York
like I
City.
pictured it.
Just like I pictured it. What's the next line? Just like I pictured it.
And then I think you start hearing sirens and
Yeah, start hearing
everything.
sirens,
I've
exactly.
born in New York City.
You don't have a monopoly on sirens. I will say that. So we even get them here.
Okay, well, did you see my message to you in the chat that I have the window open to get some fresh air in, and we might end up hearing.
We might get some authentic New York City.
We might,
in the
yes,
window.
get some authentic New York sound. So
Wow.
I could try and close it, but it's awfully warm in here.
It'll make me feel like home. I remember being in your place up on West 89th and that amazing sound of sirens going up the avenue,
West 89th is no more, no more. All right, so how do we know who's stopping in?
Oh, well, they can leave us. Anything they put in the chat will show up and we'll be able to see that.
Okay, I am getting a text message so I know at least one person's.
Yeah.
You can tell I don't do this all that often.
Right, there you go. All right, but we're gonna try and do a half dozen songs each and tell some stories from our storied past as friends and our mutual admiration society. But in the meantime, to start off here, I'll do a song from my album that I managed to put out in 2021 in April, and it's the shortest song I've written in a long time. It's called "Call Back Your Soldiers." And I'm supposed to remember to do this.
Make
and
yourself
I will.
big.
I'll make myself big. Here I am. And I usually don't have any need to do that, as those of you who know me know. Call back your soldiers, they're fixing to die for a god or an oligarch's gain. There are too many damaged, too many gone, for reasons that mothers can never explain. Call back your lovers who whisper and cry and long for a stranger to kiss. There are predators lingering in the tall grass, potions of lies and promises of bliss. I lie awake in the night, wondering how this all began. Beauty and darkness collide all over and over again. Call back your children while there's still time, from the guns and the needles that wait. Lead them to harmony, teach them to rhyme, for the songs that they sing might just change our fate. Lead them to harmony, teach them to rhyme, for the songs that they sing might just change our fate. All right. Thank you, Robin. We got some weirdness going on with the.
Did you hear anything strange when you were playing?
Did you mute yourself?
Yes, I'm muted. That's what the weird thing is.
Oh, that is strange. Yeah. Anyway,
So hello everybody out there. I can see some folks. Oh, can we respond to them?
you can, but there's a fair amount of comments already, and it could be a long night. Other than that, you can go back. And I'm too far from my keyboard, so sorry, everybody. It's wonderful to see you. And
Well, I just want to ask people who are listening. I was tuning my guitar while I was muted, and every time I played a note, I heard you go wonky. And I thought, how can that be? I'm muted. So my
yeah,
question is, anybody who's listening, did anybody else hear anything funky in there, or is it all coming through nice and clear? Which would be miraculous.
that would be miraculous.
So I'm not going to tune up, in the when you're performing. That's
Okay.
okay.
Okay. Are you in tune now?
Just a little bit tweaking.
A little bit of tweaking. All right.
Your sister is online
Isn't she though?
with Bev. Hi,
Yeah.
girls. My friend Beth is online. That's lovely. Oh, Sybil. Sybil, thank you for coming in. She didn't hear anything else. No tuning. Okay.
Oh, well, that's good.
All right.
That's good. Then it's only Robin and I are being completely freaked out by random noise. And not a problem.
All right. So why don't you make me big?
I'll make you big.
Because I need all the bigness I can get.
Yeah.
There we go. And yeah. I'm going to try and do it without glasses when I can. So, hello everybody, and Christopher, thank you for inviting me to join you. This is Christopher's thing, his Restream duet series. And Chris and I go way, way back. Anyway, I'm going to start with a song that commemorates something that happened 9 years ago this week. And that is Hurricane Sandy. So Hurricane Sandy really packed a wallop for New York City. It essentially, there was a Con Ed substation that got flooded on 14th Street, and it basically knocked out all the power south of 39th Street in Manhattan. And the city really became two cities. There were the people who had the power and people who didn't. And it was like that for several days. So it was a very extraordinary time. And it happened on October 29th. And so they shut down the Halloween parade and they shut down the marathon. And the only other time the Halloween parade was shut down was, of course, last year during the COVID lockdown. And I'm not sure when at other times the marathon has been canceled, except for, of course, last year. So this is a little snapshot of New York during that time. Luckily, I was on the have side. This is called A Tale of Two Cities. We were on the north side, you were on the south. Dividing lines were drawn when the lights went out. You were not put off. You said, hey, we'll survive. Nothing precious lost, everyone alive. But it's hard to be a saint when you have no heat in your urban cave. Potential looters on the street. A tale of two cities. The have and I've got. The smell of steaming Joe, maybe a hot shower, some music and a song to pass away the hours. The cell phone told the tales, Facebook held the words. Through social media, each small voice was heard. So take a cab on up, we'll drink to what is gone, and we'll rail against the gods till the power comes back on. A tale of two cities, the have and have-nots. But if you are in need, come on up to me, and I'll share what I've got. They closed the marathon and the Halloween parade. People queued for gas, jangled nerves were frayed. The runners stayed in town, and they ran anyway to clean up Staten Island and the Rockaway. No more Democrats and no Republicans, just people who need help. That's how healing begins. A tale of two cities, the have and have-nots. But if you are in need, come on up to me, and I'll share what I've got. And so an island grand, with a selfish reputation, showed a kinder, gentler side that riveted a nation. Some folks lost their homes, some folks lost their lives in a crippled world. The city found its pride. So when you go to bed and you turn on the light, say a prayer for Jersey and New York tonight. A tale of two cities, the have and have-nots. But if you are in need, come on up to me, and I'll share what I've got.
Yay! I'm clapping.
you.
I'm providing the audio for everybody else who's also clapping in
I
their
know it doesn't have the
living
Zoom
rooms.
like hand clap thing.
Oh yeah, it totally does. I mean, anyway, there you go. Robin knows
So
what to do.
actually, I should say that song is on my last album called Tears and Laughter, which the bulk of was recorded no place else but Christopher's studio.
Right here, people. Right here.
Right there. Christopher,
It's otherwise
like
known
every-
as the jungle. You see the jungle back here? Yeah.
like everybody, it started out with the studio in his house, in his living room. in his dining room, which his wife really loved. And then, he had to make the big C, the big commitment, and he literally, was it the garage, or you just
Oh
completely
no,
built a new building?
built a new building. Yeah.
They just built a new
Yeah.
building because he lives in Pittsburgh and you can actually have some land there behind your house.
Right.
Unlike, the suburbs here.
Right.
So he has like a house. He has like a structure that's a real separate studio.
Yeah.
And he goes to work by just, going out the door, a few steps down the hill.
Yeah. And it was great having Robin here. Robin was here a lot to work on that record, and it shows. The record's good. A lot of people involved too. I mean, New York here, elsewhere, New Orleans, Denmark indirectly, and so forth. So there's a lot going on.
That's why there hasn't been another one these past 5 years.
That's right.
It's so much work. All right, what are you going to do next, Chris?
I'm now going to do. Actually, before I do, I just wanted to mention the Halloween parade. When was it that we went together? It must have been like 2016 or something like that. The Halloween parade on 7th Avenue, because I took a bunch of pictures, and one of them became the cover of Incantations, my last album.
Well, I would like to point out to everybody who really can't tell because Christopher's sitting down, is that Christopher is 6'7", unless you've shrunk, and I am 5'1". So when we went to see the Halloween parade, take a guess who could actually see something, as opposed to, what's going on up there?
I actually got some nice video, but my wife Linda and Robin were like, this really isn't working for me.
Like, why didn't we bring the ladders?
All right, so I'm going to do something really different here, which is I'm going to do a fiddle tune, and with some woven, a couple of woven stories, one in English and one in French. Those of you who know me know that I occasionally write and sing in French. And this is called A Morning in Gaspé, Gaspé being a peninsula of the province of Quebec, where I've spent a lot of time. A Morning in Gaspé. Rose in across the bay, began its wheel and spin. The waves climbed swiftly up the rocks, then pulled back again. Time was once that now is gone, and song was all around. Now we huddle in our huts and tremble at the sound. Belle copine, elle est partie, et mon enfant avec. Elle fait penser au noir corbeau, mon pauvre cœur au bec. Mais je pleure pas, je suis content d'avoir sauvé mes couilles. Au lieu de me les arracher, elle me les laisse enrouiller. This time the time has come to render what we owe. Come sing with me among the leaves before we taste the snow. So rosin up your fiddle bow, the hour it is to dance. We'll play the songs our fathers knew on the far coast of France. Elle n'est pas au bois dormant, elle est dans la ville. Elle m'oublie dans mon tourment, qui me laisse pas tranquille. Mais il viendra un beau matin, dans ce père de Gaspé, où je vivrai simplement comme un nouveau-né.
Chris, that was amazing.
Why,
That was
thank you.
beautiful. That
Thank
was.
you.
I don't think people know, at least my friends don't know a lot about Chris because we met so long ago. But Christopher, not only is he fluent in French, but he was like a frickin' professor of French at Carnegie Mellon University.
True fact.
Okay, so he does more than speak a little French. I speak a little French. Okay, you're the bomb, baby.
Yeah.
You're the French bomb. So that was great. I loved that. Who else loved that? I love that. I mean, like I can hear Karen with her fiddle, just jumping right in.
We have a version with Karen on her fiddle and my cousin Dave on mandolin and guitar and whatnot. So yeah, it lends itself to that. I think I was thinking of my sister Karen when I wrote that song.
Awesome. So I couldn't help but look at a few of the comments, and I just want to say happy birthday, Julie. She's on here. It's either her birthday today or it was yesterday. So happy birthday, and hello. I see some students of mine and some friends. Oh, my old employer, Freddie Orange. I love you. Great to see you guys. I can't. I I don't know who else is on here, but thanks for coming in. So it's my turn, yeah?
Your turn.
Okay. All right. I'm going to take off my glasses for this one. I had a pick. Oh, Lordy. Where'd it go? So this is a song that I co-wrote with a wonderful friend. She's a relatively new friend, I've only known her about maybe 8 or 9 years. Her name is Wendy Becker. And we wrote this song together. I had the germ of it, and I asked her to help me with it. And I'm delighted with how it came out. And it's also on my Tears and Laughter CD. And she's also recorded it. And unbeknownst to me, she submitted it to some big songwriting competition, like, I don't know, one of those big corporate songwriting things. And it's made it up to the quarterfinals or semifinals or something like that in our category. So that's fun. So anyway, this is called Where There's a Will, There's a Way. Got that blank look across your face. It didn't used to be like this. What happened to the flowers and the kiss? You couldn't wait to get home to me. Now you saunter in so casually. Desire's gone, passion waits. What do you do with the remains? Where there's a will, there's a way. I hear people say, so I don't think that we're over. A little give, a little take, and we can make things better. I do believe where there's a will, there's a way. I remember when we started out, you were all that I could think about. We used to talk for hours on end. You were always my best friend. 10 years on, it's a bumpy road. We're living our lives on overload. You're a little more separate corners with no referees. Life's full of changes, ups and downs. Underneath it all, our hearts are bound. Where there's a will, there's a way, I hear people say. So I don't think that we're over. A little give, a little take, and we can make things better. I do believe where there's a will, there's a way. If you need someone to hear what's on your mind, you know I'll be the first in line. Don't give up on our crazy dance. Together we've got a fighting chance. 'Cause where there's a will, there's a way, I hear people say. So I don't think that we're over. A little give, a little take, and we can make things better. I do believe if you meet me halfway. Where there's a will, there's a way. Where there's a will, there's a way, baby. I know, I know, I know. Where there's a will, there's a way. Don't give up. Where there's a will, there's a way.
Yay!
Something popped up
Or
on
it's-
my screen, like in the middle of that song, and I couldn't see anything anymore. So, like myself or anybody. So
All right, so
that's tech.
that's tech. That's where we live, or that's where we are right now, anyway. Actually, before I forget, guys, we're not going to beat you over the head with this. It is a suggested donation type situation, and if you want to, if you're so inclined, feel free to send a donation to this address. I think it's on the various posts as well, and Robin and I will divide up the spoils and head off to Shanghai or something. You know, I mean, it's
More like buy a cappuccino at Starbucks.
maybe a cappuccino.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So,
So can I just tell people a couple of more things about you?
Yeah. Okay.
Some fascinating facts about Christopher.
Fascinating facts.
Okay, first of all, he is 6'7", and not only that, he's also somewhat coordinated. So he spent many years of his youth there in Europe playing professional basketball. And you were also writing songs at that time too, right?
I was. At least by the time I got to Paris, I had started writing songs again. Yeah.
Well, Christopher and I met in London. I was a music student there. I took my senior year of college, and I was studying at Trinity College of Music, and I was writing songs, and so I was going to some of the local clubs and go to the open mics and stuff like that. And I went to the premier folk club in London, the commercial folk club called the Troubadour, which was sort of like the Troubadour in LA and the Bitter End in New York. And I met Christopher there. And you were hot shit because you had a car, as I recall. You had like some little 2D car.
Oh, was it ever little Tootie?
And you actually gave me a ride home. This was like, unbelievable. And we just became friends and musical admirers. And I'm afraid to tell people how long ago that was. It was decades. So, and we've been friends ever since. So
Yeah.
Christopher, then was fluent in French and came back to Boston and finally decided, like, if I'm going to have a real life, I need to get a real job here, with the kids and everything. And so he became this professor of French. And anyway, Christopher's had a really interesting life here and abroad, and he has a lovely wife, Linda, who's just as interesting, and that makes his songs interesting.
On a good day, yes, definitely. Now, Robin, you've just given everybody my entire bio, and we better do a song now. So I'm going to do, and Robin, of course, has a biography which is just as interesting as mine, different, but we've kept in touch, and it's been a long and fruitful relationship. So now I'm going to do one more song from the new record, and this one is the longest song I've written probably ever. So it's not Dylan-esque or anything, no pre-Nobels involved here, but it is. I think I was trying to imagine a way to sort of reach out and find common ground, because we're in a period where things are pretty divided, right? So it's called If I Were a Miner. If I were a miner, I would work in the night, see sunshine on Sundays, I'd be pale as moonlight. If I were a miner, I would be union bound, to bring up the black gold from under the ground. But I am no miner, I take no union stands, I bring home no coal dust to wash from my hands. No, I am no miner, I work in the night, see sunshine on Sundays, and I'm pale as moonlight. If I were a soldier, I would try not to hate, I'd believe in our mission and that it's not too late. If I were a soldier and my mother's son, I'd still follow orders and I'd kill with my gun. But I am no soldier, I'm an army of one. I follow no orders, and I carry no gun. Though I am no soldier, I try not to hate, I believe in my mission and that it's not too late. If I were a welder, I'd build great ships with fire, look straight into starlight and trace with a wire. If I were a welder, I would long for the dark, dream of hunting in walleyes and the song of the lark. But I am no welder, no wielder of flame, I bring no forgiveness, no heat and no blame. Though I am no welder, I long for the dark, I dream of hunting in walleyes and the song of the lark. If If I were a farmer, I would rise with the sun, breathe wheat dust and diesel, and I'd never be done. If I were a farmer, I would stand in my field and dream of the harvest to conjure my yield. But I am no farmer, my hands break no earth, there is no root nor blossom to establish my worth. Though I am no farmer, I stand in my field and dream of a harvest that some future may yield. If I were a writer, I would sit in the park and wait for a moonbeam to splinter the dark. If I were a writer, I would offer my time to the cities of danger and the nations of crime. But I am a writer, my pen is my knife, I cut to the bone, I surrender my life. Yes, I am a writer, and I farm, fight in mind, and weld my convictions to each bloody line. I am a writer, and I farm, fight in mind, and weld my convictions to each bloody line. All right. Okay. Now I'm going to do a little. I'm going to do uh, a little bit of educational technology here. Robin, can you find the little microphone underneath it and click on it? See what happens when I. Okay. Apparently, we're not being successful. You are muted, though.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah, it's funny. Your little speaker doesn't go red, but you're muted. Anyway, okay. And now,
Okay.
okay, it all works. It all works. Good. Sorry about that, folks. That little technical interruption.
So I'm gonna. I know Christopher's doing a lot of songs in D tuning tonight, and I'm gonna do a song in G tuning. But I didn't want to mess around with it while you were playing because of what happened earlier. And
Yeah, that was a good call.
Your sister Karen echoed that she heard the same thing.
Yeah, yeah. I just wanted, while you're tuning, I'll tell Paula why I won't be doing another French song tonight, even though, as many of you know, I do French songs. And as a matter of fact, I'm working on an album now of French and bilingual songs with a friend from Montreal named Bernard Posier. So stay tuned, and there will be a session which has lots of French songs. But in that we find that our audience is not entirely bilingual on most occasions. I tend to limit my French singing to one, sometimes two, for longer sets, of course. But anyway, thanks for the request. And Robin, are you ready to go now in your G tuning?
I am.
Hey, beautiful.
So I decided, this is not an original tune. I decided to do a blues song that I recorded on one of my Images of Women CDs, and I did it because guys really love women who play the blues. So, this is called Born in the Country. Oops. I was born in the country. You thought I was easy to rule. I was born in the country. You thought I was easy to rule. Want you to know, babe, this country girl ain't anybody's fool. I gave sugar for sugar. Now I give salt for salt. I gave sugar for sugar. Now I just give salt for salt. You don't like it, baby. I guess it's your own goddamn fault. We're loving you, baby. It's easy as falling off a log. To love you, darling, it's easy as falling off a log. I wanna be your baby, sure won't be your dog. I'm leaving you, baby. Got to be moving on. I'm leaving you, baby. I got to be moving on. You don't think I'm going, honey. You just sit and count the days I'm gone. Oh, you walk by my window, honey, you walk right by my gate. You walk by my window, honey, you walk right by my gate. You walk through my doorway, you won't get by my 38. I was born in the country. You thought I was easy to rule. I was born in the country. Yeah. You thought I was easy to rule. Telling you, baby, this country girl ain't anybody's fool. Telling you, baby, this country girl ain't anybody's fool.
All right. Yeah, country girl ain't anybody's fool. Yeah, you sure is a country girl, right?
Says the city girl.
Says the city girl. Let me tell one little story about Robin before we get back to music, because I know we've got so many stories that it's a little can get a little bit long. But at one point, Island Records in London gave me some studio time, and I brought some musicians in, and I said, Robin, you don't want to come in and sing some harmonies, do you? And little did she know, it meant I don't know what time we started. It was 10 or 11 at night and went till 5 or 6 in the morning. And Robin got a nap in there. And in the meantime, she got up and sang this beautiful harmony on this song that I still remember called Strong Enough to Care. And I'm going to dig it up some one of these days.
Wouldn't that be fun if we could do it together?
That'd be great. But I was able, only some 40 years later, to return the favor on her Tears and Laughter record by doing some vocals and a little guitar and whatnot. So that some things move slow. In the meantime, we saw each other lots whenever I came to New York, and she'd stop by wherever I was. So this is
Christopher. I just
yes.
want to say you've gotten much louder.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if that's just in my phones or if anybody else, but
I haven't changed anything, so
Okay.
I'll just back away a little bit.
okay.
So let's go big, and I'm going to do another this is my second unrecorded song, and this one doesn't have any. Well, it has to do with having kids late in life, and then having kids who have kids late in life, and so what happens is you end up with these absolutely darling grandkids, and especially I have 3 granddaughters and 1 grandson. The grandson's still itty bitty, but the granddaughters are all absolutely the most charming things in the world. And I'm realizing I'm not going to get to see the whole picture, I'm going to be gone before they're big. And so there's this joy and sadness, which I try to communicate with this little ditty called yes, it's called Little Girls. Robin's sending me messages in the private chat channel. Little Girls, parentheses, Grandpa's Lament. All right, so here we go. I know children grow, but how could I know children's delight? They begin every day finding their way, lifting their eyes to the light. Little girls now, they'll be women soon. They'll grow up and scatter, but what will that matter? I'll be in the moon. I'll be in the moon. Robin, would you mute your microphone, please? Yeah, there we go. What can I do to make it come true? Like the stories they read in a book. They're surrounded with love. It fits like a glove. They give it all back with a look. Little girls now, they'll be women soon. They'll grow up and scatter, but what will that matter? I'll be in the moon. I'll be in the moon. Laughing and singing and crying out loud, running and dancing as light as a cloud. I won't scold them, for these few gentle moments can't last. They're here now with me, but soon they will see that the days that they need me have passed. Little girls now, they'll be women soon. They'll grow up and scatter, but what will that matter? I'll be in the moon. I'll be in the moon. I'll be in the moon. All right. Here we go.
Okay, very nice. I'm sorry.
Thank
I'm
you.
sorry. It's lit up white, so I thought it meant it's not, it's
No,
like
white.
dimmed.
Yeah.
White means bright. It's on.
Yeah, white means
Yeah.
bright. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So
Anyway.
sorry.
Oh, well.
But that was beautiful.
Well, thank you.
I
Thank you.
did try and do it as quietly as possible.
But there was a bass note in there. It was like, whoa.
That low D. That was great. That was great.
Thank you. Thank you. Let me do a slight commercial interruption here again to remind folks about that there is a monetary side to making music. And if you can help, that's great.
So
yeah.
Christopher,
Yeah.
Michael Leshin is tuning in.
Yay.
My roommate from London.
Okay.
Mickey Pooh, lovely to see you here. Well, I can't
Wow.
see you. I can just see your little icon thing there. And also Marion OCL, who's also very talented musician, guitar player. She wants to know what kind of guitar you're playing and what kind of guitar I'm playing.
Uh-oh. We're going to get into gear talk here. Okay. But
A
let's
1 minute
do it.
gear talk.
Let's do it quick. This is a Taylor GS8 Grand Symphony. Going through a Rode large format condenser and an AKG over here on the guitar. So that's what it is technically. Robin?
Okay, and Marianne, my guitar is normally I play a Martin, but just for simplicity's sake, I'm playing a Voyage Air guitar, which is rosewood, and I forget what the model is. There's really only one rosewood cutaway model, but the Voyage Air guitars are famous for folding in half so that you can travel with them, and they fit into the overhead racks, and they sound amazing and stay in tune. So, Christopher, I have a little surprise.
Yeah.
And I have to plug it in. So I just plugged it in. I brought my
yeah.
banjo.
All right.
Okay. So anybody who doesn't like banjo, y'all can mute me for this song. And I couldn't tune up, so let me tune up. Okay, good. So just because we need a little change of pace here, here's my banjo, and I am going to play a song that is also from the Tears and Laughter album, and it's called Here I Am, Hineni. And it is the story of banjo sounds good, or just banjo is good? It sounds okay? All right, good. So this is a retelling of the biblical story of Abraham and Isaac, the binding of Isaac, the Akedah, which if you're Jewish and you ever go to temple on Rosh Hashanah, this Bible story is read every Rosh Hashanah, or is it Yom Kippur? I forget which one. And it's kind of an amazing story, and I always found it very compelling and kind of inexplicable. And I started fooling around with the the words, literal translation, and it struck me as it had all the elements of like what an old time murder ballad would have. And so this song came to me, and decided to set it as an old time Appalachian style ballad. And the word hineni is a very interesting word. It appears 3 times in this passage, in this story, in the original Hebrew text, which is kind of unusual. And it literally means here I am, but it kind of means more than that. It really means like I am present. I am here, I am present, I am available, I am open. And people always wonder, why would Abraham just, accept God's request to just, sacrifice his son without any questioning at all, where in the previous Bible story, God wants to destroy Sodom and Gomorrah, and Abraham is pleading for him if he can find one just person. So, why does he make a case for strangers and yet not for his own son? So, anyway, I think it raises some interesting questions about when people tell you to do you just follow blindly? So I hope you like this. It's in G modal tuning on the banjo, and this is called Hineni. And I don't know if you can hear that. There are those New York City police sirens. Hopefully he's not coming too close. Here we go. Now there came a time when God put Avram to the test, to find out who above all else on earth he loved the best. Abraham the patriarch, the Lord called out to him to make the most awful request a God can ask of men. The Lord said, Abraham. He replied, here I am. Hineni, Hineni. The Lord, he said to Abraham, fetch your favorite son. Take him to the mountaintop where my will be done. Offer Isaac up to me as a burnt offering. I am the Lord your God, your master and your king. Avram said, here I am. Avram said, here I am. Hineni, Hineni. Three days of journey passed and the mountain came in view. We'll go up and worship and then return to you. They left the servants down the hill and went up just the two. As they climbed the mountain, Isaac was confused. Isaac said, Father mine. He replied, yes, my son. Hineni, Hineni. Here are the fire, stone, and wood, but where's the sacrifice? Avram said, don't worry, son, the Lord God will provide. He bound up Isaac on the altar, then picked up the knife, about to slay his precious son, when God's angel cried, Abraham, Abraham. He replied, here I am. Hineni, Hineni. The angel said, don't kill the boy, do not harm your son. The Lord now knows you would have not withheld your favorite one. Avram saw a ram caught in a thicket by his horns. He took the ram and killed it as an offer to the Lord. Avram said, here I am. Avram said, here I am. Hineni, Hineni. Yours shall be numerous as the stars up in the sky. Because you have obeyed me and dared not to ask why. And when you are called by God and He shows Himself to you, when He demands your blind devotion, then what will you do? Will you say, here I am? Will you say, here I am? Hineni, Hineni, Hineni.
Yay. Yeah, those of you who didn't know that Robin played banjo, it seems to me, if you know her
I was
music,
Jewish.
or, all of the above, there's lots of revelations in that performance. But no, she's, of course, has taught both guitar and banjo forever, as well as you're giving uke lessons now, isn't that correct?
I am. I did have one of my uke student, my ex-uke students, Gabe, was on here a little while ago.
Oh, nice, nice.
Yes.
Excellent.
Let me just plug this in, Chris. So,
Yeah.
So before you start playing. All righty.
Okay, so we're gonna ramble on here fairly rapidly because we are running a little bit late, and we warned you that we might because Robin and I don't have, who does have a lot of opportunities to get together these days. So we're going to take full advantage. And this next song is indeed a song written and recorded at the time that we were, hanging around in London. And it was on my first record there, which was vinyl, to give you some historical context. A song called Whatever You Do, which I played on piano at the time, come to think of. Whatever you do, keep a hand on the wheel and an eye on the road. It's the only way to get home with a heavy load. Whatever you do, keep a peaceful mind, then neither good luck nor bad will catch you from behind. I looked out my window last night. The stars, they were shining so bright. They were all lined up to see you through. whatever I do. I'll take my time about it. If it's too much for me, I can do without it. Whatever I do, I won't be afraid to climb, nor afraid to fall. 'Cause sometimes, you know, it's the loser who takes all. I looked out my window today, and all four winds, they were blowing my way to fill my sails and see me through. Whatever I do, whatever I do, whatever we do, let's try to keep in mind what we've been through so far. We've helped each other be who we are. Whatever we do, let's keep a part of the fool and a part of the clown. It'll make us stronger if we lay our burden down from time to time. Tonight out my window, I don't see a thing, but deep inside, you know it feels like spring, and that's all we need to see us through. Whatever we do, whatever we do, that's all we need to see us through. All right.
That's beautiful. Enjoyed hearing that again.
Thank you, Robin. Yeah, that's an oldie but a goldie.
There's something about the music that we write when we're young. I don't know what it is. Sometimes it's, sometimes it can be juvenile in the sense that, we haven't lived.
Right.
But there's also like, an exuberance and a kind of a freshness that's,
Yeah.
that's different. It's very
Yeah.
nice. So I just want to say thank you to everybody who's been tuning in and making comments. We can't really respond to the comments by typing, can we?
You can actually.
Oh, well, now you tell me.
But
Okay.
yeah, but I.
We're busy.
Like I say, my keyboard is about there. I think yours is a little closer, but
Okay, well, I just have no idea how to do it, but I do appreciate all the comments and wish I could respond to everybody. So thank you all for coming and listening, and for Christopher for putting this together.
yeah, it's great. Robin, do we want to?
Should I just end up, or should we do one more each? It's up to you. It's up to people who are listening, really.
Yeah, I mean we're doing okay. Why don't you just let's go ahead with our program. So you've got two more and I've got one more, and then we go.
Okay. Great. So this is I'm going to do the title track from my last album, which was called Tears and Laughter, and I put a lot of work into this and a lot of work into promoting it, and it ended up becoming the #1 folk album for the month of September that it was released, and the #1 song and the #1 artist. So that was really wonderful, and that plus $2.75 got me on the subway. But anyway, this is sort of a blueprint to get through life. And boy, you know, what a couple of years we've had here. This is the first time I've put on makeup in I can't remember how long. So anyway, hope you like it. And the chorus is meant to be a call and response. So when I say love, you can answer love. You can sing in the privacy of your own home there. Here we go, tears and laughter. I hope you never have your back against the wall. But if you do, then stand up proud and tall. If there's things you want to do but are afraid, feel the fear and do them anyway. May the force be with you everywhere you go. If you can't find it, force yourself to grow. Every kindness you perform is your own gift to the hearts and minds and spirits that you lift. Love, laugh, live, get, grow, give, sing, smile, sigh. With tears and laughter, life will pass us by. If you're feeling all the stress that life can bring, just watch the colors changing on the leaves. There's no use in worrying about your worth. Life's a gift each day you're on the earth. Forgiveness, it's the toughest thing to ask. Acceptance of your fate, the hardest task. And if life should give you lemons, squeeze them up. Put sweetened lemonade inside your cup. Love, love, laugh, laugh, live. Get, grow, grow, give. Sing, sing, smile, smile, sigh. With tears and laughter, life will pass us by. Don't second guess the things you didn't do. Remember to thine own self be true. And if there's nothing else to do but sing along, raise your voice and sing out clear and strong. Love, laugh,
Yeah, one of my great favorites there. Yeah. Those of you who may not have Tears and Laughter, the record yet, you should find it because the produced version is lovely too. Although many of you who are song fans, many of you often prefer these simple versions, but we kind of like both. You know, it's really. But Robin comes through on both in both contexts for sure. I want to give a quick shout out to Leo Kenny, alias or Steve Smith, alias Leo Kenny, who is what used to be Mick Linard's roommate in Shepherd's Bush, and who I was scheduled to spend some time with when the UK tour went down the tubes last spring 2020. Coming back, Steve. So anyway, I'm going to rush right into something here, Robin, which is not what I want to do because we're having too much fun.
Well, Christopher, I don't, it's okay with me if you want to do one more song and wrap it up.
Is that okay?
Yeah, it's okay.
All right. I don't think it's going to be okay with your fans, though. So
take a vote. If you absolutely must hear another song by me, just put it in the chat and I will see it.
Right.
But are you playing Incantations?
I'm playing Incantations. Yeah.
It's a cool song.
Yeah, this is a song from.
I'm disappearing. You should make yourself large screen.
Oh yes, thank you. All right, title song for my 2017 record called Incantations. I was born among believers in the green and dripping West. Read Kerouac's new Bible and mistook him for the best. Then I wandered into politics and I let them touch my face. I lost not just my innocence, but my one slim chance of grace. So I sing these incantations, revelations to no one. Yes, I sing these incantations to salvations come undone. Come undone. My mother kept her Christmas cards and the titles to our slaves, wrote Pentecostal histories in which we all were saved. Now my only hope of happiness is to step right off this earth and come back as a copperhead or pray for virgin birth. So I sing these incantations, revelations to no one. Yes, I sing these incantations to salvations come undone. Are all the children godless and yet still speak in tongues? These must be distant memories from when the world was young. I spent far too many mornings doing penance for my nights. Instead of asking for forgiveness, kept asking for my rights. is to step right off this earth and come back as a copperhead. I'll pray for virgin birth, so I sing these incantations, revelations to no one. Yes, I sing these incantations to salvations come undone. Come undone. Come undone.
Yay! Oh, that's good. I've never heard that acoustically.
Yeah,
I've just heard it on the record so many times.
Right. Well, the record, as we were saying, very different versions, but
Do you know a Carlos Sousa from Portugal?
I certainly do.
Because he's up late.
Yeah, Carlos is often up late. He's tuned in to a fair number of streams. Always glad to see him. Yeah.
All right. Well, if you want, I'll do one more quickish one, and
Please do. Yeah, and I'll sign off. But you go ahead.
thanks so much, folks. I wish I had known how to respond to so many of these comments, and just thanks for tuning in. And I really want to thank Christopher because, he's the one who knows how to do all this restream stuff. Our first stab at a sound check was like,
Wasn't good. Was not good.
It was oh my God. I like to think I'm somewhat tech oriented, but
Yeah.
this was a lot for me. So anyway, thank you for thank you for inviting me, Chris. It's great to do stuff together. And as Barry Kazendorf said, if he's still online, it's great not to have to hear you at 2 a.m. in the Catskills. So it's great. It's only 9:15.
That's right. That's right.
So I'm just going to end up with this. I guess I've been playing quite a few philosophical songs here tonight. This is kind of my take on life. The stuff we can control, great. Stuff we can't, we got to learn how to let go. Tuning we can control. Well, I got fired from my gig in the restaurant. He said your kind of music isn't what we want. We hired your sub, he had more energy. What's wrong? I said, how come you don't want me? First I was angry, then I was mad. Why don't they want me? Oh, but you can't be loved by everyone, so don't be sad. It's just a case of say la vie, so learn to let go. I'm gonna sing my blues away, yeah. Gonna learn to let go. Music helps me get through my day. We're all swimming down the river. The current can go fast or slow. If you want a nice smooth flow, learn to let go. It used to be now I was so ashamed. Hey, I didn't like my looks and I hated my name. Never went out without my face made up. Whatever I wore, it wasn't good enough. My mama told me, child, we shine from within. Honey, don't you worry so. Don't worry about the rouge on your skin. You're ready center inside of you. We're all swimming down the river. The current can go fast or slow. If you want a nice smooth flow, learn to let go. Let go now. Let go. Well, now I had me this gig down in Birmingham. I'd fly in, fly out, next day it would be smooth as jam. Instead I ended up a part of history, you see. That was the blizzard of a '93. There I was stranded, I was alone with just one pair of underwear. Now that's a crisis, with no heat, no power, no telephone. 4 days later, I finally got out of there. This is a true story. The blizzard of '93. I had a gig in Birmingham, Alabama at Samford University. I got down there, it snowed 16 inches, and the city doesn't own a snowplow. I didn't even have a change of clothes, just one pair of underwear since I was just staying overnight and leaving the next day. How did I make it through those 4 days? This was before cell phones, before our iPads. I think there were some laptops around. How did I deal with it? Well, I just learned to let go. Let go. Hey, there was nothing I could do about it. I had to learn to let go. Mother Nature has the last word, and don't you doubt it. We're all weathering the storms of life. Sometimes the wind can really blow. Whoa, whoa. Better learn to lay real low. Learn to let go. Let go. Ooh, I'm gonna sing my blues away. I'm gonna learn to let go. Music helps me get through my day. I'm gonna let go, let go. I'm gonna have to let go of this song right now.
All right. Good one. We're going to have to learn to let go, too.
I think we're going to have to let go of
We're going to have to
Restream.
let go. Once again, to echo Robin's sentiments, so happy that we were able to do this together, and so grateful to all of you for coming and listening and reacting. And we feel like we've been part of a real thing here, you know, and that's nice. That's really nice. But I'd like to thank Robin again for being my friend and hanging in there, you know, over the many, many years. And hopefully the time will come again when every time I go to New York City, I'll make my plans with Robin around whatever else is going on, you know. But it's bound to happen. In the meantime, this is good. Thanks
Thank
again
you.
to all of you.
Yeah, if you want to send us any comments after this, you can just post on our Facebook profiles or pages or whatever. And you made the show. Thanks, everybody, so much for coming.
Yeah, and donations or not, it was great to have you all here, and we'll hopefully see you in another one of these or in some other context. But for now,
all right. And feel free to subscribe to my channel on YouTube and Christopher's channel on YouTube, because I believe this streamed to both channels, and if we do anything in the future, you'll get a notification.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. Good night,
right.
everybody.